It is July 1st on Astarte farm, and this garlic will be harvested within 10 days. These beds have already been hand weeded at least once to help control the field bindweed. The shallots, planted through pre-punched paper mulch and covered heavily with compost, are doing well even in our moderate drought this year. Just one more sweep of the weeds in the paths would help prevent a new deposit of weed seeds into our already robust weed seed bank. The high tunnel weeds have been getting careful attention since the season began, but we are dedicated to preserving the wide range of flowering plants in there that nurture and maintain our pollinator and predator bug populations. Out in field 2, the pollinator meadow is pretty much taking care of itself. The raspberry patches have filled out nicely, and their thick growth is keeping any weeds at bay. The straw that sheltered the strawberries over the winter has done double duty as pathway mulch, and careful early season weeding between the rows has allowed the plants to canopy over the bed completely. If only all of our beds looked this well at the beginning of July. Here are Jim and Ellen sampling some of the first blueberries of the year, and of course offering the cameraman a few of those early treats. The main crop tomatoes are all set up with straw mulch around the plants and shredded leaves in the paths. These tomatoes in our field will be dry land tomatoes. By eliminating irrigation, the roots must stretch to find water, so there is more root surface area for greater mineral absorption. Those minerals feed the tomato fruit and help to produce more flavonoids, which are so beneficial for human health. Past the grape arbors are 2 beds of kale grown from transplants and a few beds of direct seeded crops. When we are able to start a crop from transplants, we're generally happier with the results due to the 3 to 4 week jump start we get on the weeds. But as you can see just past the U-pick peas, this does not always work out. The eggplant is almost swamped by purslane. Eggplant likes warm weather for growing, and a cool spell in June slowed it down just enough to let the purslane almost get the better of it. The crew tackled this patch today and made surprisingly quick work of the purslane. It is shallow-rooted, but has a reputation for regrowing from even a single leaf left on the ground. I'm not sure if Ellen plans to let it dry out completely on the black occultation strips, or if this is just a safe spot to accumulate them before their eventual trip to the compost pile. Straw mulch applied at this point would help hold back the weed regrowth, and would also give some protection against the Colorado potato beetle, which can defoliate the plants. Past the lower beetle bank and a single bed getting solarized under a strip of old greenhouse plastic, you can see an interesting mix of results. 2 beds of lettuce that were transplanted through holes cut in an occultation strip have not given us much of a harvest, and they are already going to seed. Lettuce prefers cool soil, and under the lower sun angles in the spring and fall, this system works well for weed control. However, for at least a month on either side of the summer solstice, the sun shines directly down on the black fabric, and it just bakes the soil around the plants. The hotter air above the strip only compounds the problem. We may yet be able to see benefit from this bolted lettuce, since the lettuce flowers will attract and feed our beneficial insects. Contrast the lettuce situation with the summer squash transplanted with the same technique. The heat-loving squash thrives, while the lettuce bolts quickly to seed. Please pardon these slightly foolish scenes showing the crew thinning and spreading the straw from a big round bale. I can only wish that this hot, dusty, prickly work could be done so quickly. But here is the end result. Bok choy transplants nestled into hand-formed holes in the straw mulch. I'll try to keep you updated on our ongoing weed situation. July is often known as Farmer Burnout Month. The pressures of sequential planting, constant harvesting and incessant hand weeding continue to build and peak right along with the higher temperatures of full-on summer. Our dedication to sharing these loads and our careful attention to the needs of everyone on the farm will go a long way to ensure that doesn't happen here. Thanks for watching. Leave comments and questions below. Catch you next time.